Welcome to the Larry and Erlene Baum Family Performance Hall at the Hastings Performing Arts Center. At this time, please silence all personal electronic devices and refrain from talking during the performance. For the safety of our performers and the comfort of those around you, please, no flash photography. Food and beverages are strictly prohibited in the auditorium. In the event of an emergency, lights will flash and alarms will sound. Walk, do not run, to the nearest exit. The nearest exit may not be the door through which you entered. Please take this time to find the exit nearest you. Thanks for coming, and we hope you enjoy the program.
Welcome, hello, and welcome to our final HYC concert of the year. We are so happy to be here tonight and see so many wonderful people here. I'd like to introduce myself and the directors and our accompanist. I'm Karen Schoen, and this is Andrew Moore and Faith Bykonen, and accompanying us today is Miss Tina Vovi. To let you know, the concert is being video recorded. You can be found at the HPAC YouTube live stream page. Food, drink, and gum is strictly prohibited in the auditorium. And please refrain from entering and exiting during a selected piece.
So you probably know that we just wrapped up a Matilda musical here. Wasn't it wonderful? Yes. Thank you. This evening, well, it was a massive production, and it was filled with dozens of students in the cast, crew, and pit. This evening, HYC is singing one of the songs from the show, and we thought it would be fun to invite the characters from the show to come and sing with them. And it is super fun for the kids to see them come on and to sing with them. So we hope that you will enjoy it too. We look forward to having them here to kick off our concert. And now HYC and members of the Matilda cast will perform When I Grow Up from the show Matilda.
Could we give one more round of applause to these wonderful high schoolers? I think it was maybe the first or second day that we rehearsed that song that I told them, you know, HYC is singing this song. And they were all like, what? Seriously? That's awesome. And I said, would you like to sing it with them? And they were like, yes. So they took time out of their very busy schedules. A lot of these students are in sports and other clubs, and when the musical is done, you might think that life just becomes easy for them, but actually they just go right into the next thing. And so they took some time out of their schedule to come and hang out with us. And they even came in costume tonight. So thank you very much, high schoolers. And now we'll return to the regular part of our programming. So thank you, high schoolers. Thank you. Thank you. Our next two selections are Jubilate Deo and Let's Call the Whole Thing Off. Jubilate Deo is a lovely canon written by Michael Praetorius. It was meant to be performed in a super resonant, high-ceilinged cathedral, but the HPAC will have to do. It's a pretty high ceiling. Perhaps as we sing, you can pretend that you are being whisked back into the 17th century. After Jubilate, HYC will sing the jazz standard Let's Call the Whole Thing Off by the Gershwin brothers, George and Ira. This piece features the two sides of the choir, ones and twos, acknowledging the differences in their pronunciation of common words. Potato, potato, tomato, you get the rest. And they decide at the end that either way, or either way, they pronounce things is just fine, and they might as well call the calling off, off. So, without further ado, Jubilate Deo, and let's call the whole thing off.
Alleluia.
At this time, we are going to feature the tenors and basses of Varsity Singers on a song called Philomeu Rie, an Irish-American song from the 19th century. It's all about the life of a railroad worker before the railways covered the western part of the U.S. Just so you know, this song will probably get stuck in your head. You have been warned. Enjoy the Varsity Singers on Philomeu Rie.
I put my corduroy breeches on to work upon the railway. Philomeu-rie-rie-rie, 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 to work upon the railway. In 1842 I left the old world for the new, so sorry luck that brought me through to work upon the railway. Philomeu-rie-rie-rie, 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 to work upon the railway. Sweet Biddy McGee, an elegant wife she's been to me, while working on the railway. It's pat to this and pat to that, without a stopping or a bat, and nothing but an old straw hat, while working on the railway. In 1844, how could I know what laws in store? Belly empty, hands so sore, work so hard, but they want more. In 1845, I did not think to be alive, iron rails that I must drive, while working on the railway. So tired I cannot be, I'm weary of the railway. Philomeu-rie-rie, 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 to work upon the railway. Philomeu-rie-rie, 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 to work upon the railway. Work upon the railway.
All right, thank you, tenors and basses. So we wanted to bring out one of our high school choirs. There are 4 choirs at the high school level. This is a part of one of them. The Varsity Singers is an SATB ensemble, and it's a part of an ensemble that these students could be a part of in the future. Like I said, we have 4 ensembles: treble chorale, bass chorale, Sonos, which is an advanced soprano-alto group, and then the SATB ensemble, Varsity Singers. So thank you for letting us do a little advertisement for that group. They do a fantastic job. So without further ado, I think we're on to Mrs. Bagonin.
All right, the next selection is Weevily Wheat, a traditional American folk song. The lyrics are a little goofy and tell about Charlie and his characteristics, but also about how the speaker doesn't want any of the inferior wheat being offered and saying they don't want none of it because it's not good to bake a cake for Charlie with. Enjoy Weevily Wheat.
Weevily wheat, I don't want none of your weevily wheat. Weevily wheat,
It's hard to believe that this is the last piece of our concert already, but our concert concludes with Bonseaba, which is a traditional piece from Zambia. We will be accompanied by some high school percussionists, Evan Porter, Micah Johnson, Abigail Bykonen, and Jody Gaskill. All right, so please enjoy Bonseaba.
Well, it's been a great year with these kids behind us from the fall when we first started rehearsals and when we went to sing the Star Spangled Banner at the football playoff game. That was fun. We had a dive-in movie, we had a fall concert, and we've seen these students grow as musicians throughout the year. It's been remarkable. Let's give them one more round of applause.
And finally, thank you, family members, for all of your support in getting these kids to and from rehearsal every week. We appreciate the time and planning that goes into that. It's a lot. Music is one of the most rewarding things these kids can do in school, and giving them the opportunity to sing on Tuesdays every week to enjoy community, grow as musicians and people is a beautiful thing. This would not happen without you. So HYC, let's give your parents a round of applause, yes? Thank you all. I think our exit plan, thanks HYC, I think our exit plan is to have HYC go back to the choir room so they can gather their things and we can dismiss them. However, we would like you to send one person from your family to collect your student. That will just keep things more organized, and that way we can check your students out safely. So if you would just send one person, give us a minute though, because we have to get all of them back there. So, and then send one parent or sibling to collect them. Thank you all for a wonderful HYC year. We will see you next year. Thank you.